Why is it so hard to trust God? We see in the book of Matthew, there's two occasions that I'm bringing up in today's video where Jesus shows us the benefits when we trust God. First of all, when Peter walks on water, his eyes are fixated on the Lord. And when his eyes were on the Lord, he was able to walk on water. But as soon as he took his face off of Jesus, he started stumbling. And I think this can be metaphorical to our lives. When we don't have God at the center, we begin to fall into sin and worry. The second part of scripture that I wanted to bring up is about worrying. Jesus tells us not to worry because the birds of the air are looked after and provided for by God. And God tells us, Jesus tells us that we're greater than the birds. And this comes into another one of my points where I said, or where I'm thinking, before I was making this video, I was trying to think about how I could explain this. We are greater than the birds, right? And we're created in God's image. Therefore, we have a tendency to try to be the God of our own lives, and we try to take over. Jesus tells us to not do this, because then you're becoming an idol of yourself, pretty much. You're becoming the God of your own life rather than letting God take control of your life. But when we give our life to God and we give Jesus the authority in our life and our lives, we're able to walk on water. We're able to accomplish what we need to. If you tried to have everything sorted out in your own hands, you're just going to fall into worry. And all that anxiety doesn't reap you any benefits. You pretty much just get stuck in a cycle of sin. Because not trusting God at the end of the day is pretty much a sin. Because who are you trusting? You're either trusting yourself or you're trusting the enemy. I had a pretty catastrophic moment happen in my life recently, and it gave me no other reason. It gave me no other opportunity but to trust God. I had to give my life to God. I had to trust God's plan. And during this catastrophic event, I never thought I'd get out of it. But in fact, I was put into a position that I never thought I'd be in before, which was great. I'm talking about sports after high school. I never thought I'd be able to play again, but something unfortunate happened. And during that moment, I trusted God's plan and I started sending a bunch of emails out. And I then landed a scholarship offer. This just goes to show that God's plan is always different than our own plan. I didn't think I'd ever be playing my sport again, but God looked after me. And when I gave it to God, He gave me something that I could never imagined. Therefore, try to put your trust in God and take the right steps.